again to this session of Parts of Speech Part 2. So I hope you're all doing fine today, and I hope you are understanding each and every part so far. And if you're not, just look at the video again. Don't worry, okay? So today we will start with pronoun after noun. So what are we going to discuss today? We are going to discuss pronouns. What is a pronoun again? We can say that something that takes place of the noun. Definitely, yes, you can say that. Something that we use in place of noun is a pronoun. But why do we use something in place of noun? Let me explain you by this example. Hina is my teacher of English. Hina likes to read. Hina lives in, let's say, Delhi. Hina loves watching movies. It sounds very weird, right? Hina again. If I say it like that, Hina is my teacher of English. She loves movies. She loves to travel. She reads a lot of books. So I replaced Hina with she. Her hobbies are reading books and traveling. I replaced Hina with her and she. So it looked nice, right? Yes. So to stop a repetition, we have to use pronoun. That's one use. The second use of pronoun is maintain the clarity. To stop the repetition and to maintain and to keep the clarity. Of a sentence. We use pronoun. That's the use, right? And of course, to make it sound nice. Yes, that's another. So that is the use of pronouns. Now I just told you that in place of Hina, I replaced she, her, right? What are the other pronouns can be? Think about it. Like, I can say he, I can say him, I can say they, them. I can say I as well, right? Now there are many more. We'll talk about them in a bit. Now when I talk about pronouns, we have to effectively replace a pronoun. What is the problem when we are reading or understanding pronoun? The major mistake that we tend to make, or the major problem that we face in pronouns or by understanding pronouns, is replacement is completely wrong. And whenever your replacement of noun will be wrong, that will create a lot of problem, isn't it? Yes, it will. So the first thing is understand what to replace when. And for that, you have to understand pronouns very, very clearly. Now, just like that, I have replaced Hina with her and she. How did I know I had to replace it with her and she? Because I know Hina is a female and I replaced her and she in place of female. If I have to replace Rahul, then what I can do? I can do he, him, depends on the sentence, right? Now, there are types of pronouns as well. Pronouns are also subjects and objects in a sentence. Now don't get confused, because nouns are also subjects and objects, I told you in the last video, but I'll define them separately, don't worry. But subject and objects are also defined by pronouns, right? So what are subject pronouns then? Let me write it for you. Subject pronouns. What can be those? Just think about it for a while. A pronoun that is acting as a subject. It can be I. It can be you. It can be he, she, it, they, right? That is subject pronoun. Every pronoun that will replace subject in a sentence will be a subject pronoun. In fact, we is also a subject pronoun. Now, if you don't understand subject by now, you will get a little bit of confusion. Don't worry. Right now, do not focus on what will come in the next videos. Do not focus on whatever has already come. Just focus on now. Just focus that, okay, these are subject pronoun. Because you use them, you replace them by subjects in your sentence. For example, I talk about Hina. So in that, I can replace it with I, you, and then depending on the gender, I can put he, she. Depending on the living and non-living thing, I can use it. With animals, we use it. They, if there are multiple people. We, if there are plural. We are plural. We are talking about I and someone else, right? So yes, the use of proper subject or object pronoun depends on gender, depends on living or non-living thing, depends on singular and plural. So you will get it correct, don't worry. Now what is next? Next is object pronouns. Now I've already told you subject pronouns. Just take a few seconds and think about what can be object pronouns here. Let me tell you. Again, you, me, it, her, them. These are a few object pronouns. What can be others? Can us be an object pronoun? Definitely, yes. So there are some subject pronouns and there are some object pronouns. Don't worry if it is not clear by now. It will be clear as soon as I tell you subject and objects. Alright, right now we're just trying to understand some words that we are going to replace these particular nouns with. And what are those pronouns that we can replace nouns with? These are a few of them. Now, there are types of pronouns by which we'll be able to understand all the pronouns that exist. We'll cover those types of pronouns in the next session. I want to keep everything short and crisp for you. Don't worry, what you have to do, just practice a few sentences with noun and then try to replace those noun or names with pronouns. And then you will see the magic that you don't have to do anything. You're automatically putting right pronouns to the nouns. Alright, for example, Rahul is a good boy. Rahul is going to school. Rahul studies a lot. Rahul loves English. How will you replace it? Try to do it after this session, okay? We'll meet in the next session. Thank you. Bye-bye.